I don't know why, but I really like those. I think that's probably one of the cooler fauna that we've located. Hello everyone, Thoranx is here, and welcome back to No Man's Sky. Today, a new discovery, that's right. Bringing you a new undiscovered planet and or system every single day. So today, let's see, we're still in the system with sand flats, and we have a few things we can look at. We have this hot planet, and with a very peculiar moon next to it. Look how colorful that is. A capped moon. Ooh. I think I know what that one entails. But we might just wait for a moment. Oh, is this... That's a fairly neat picture with the rings and the rocks and the... Okay, but what we get here are two moons that are orbiting this corrosive planet that we saw in the last episode, and we don't know much about these moons. So we have a sharded moon. Sharded. Chardonnay. Chardonnay. There, I got there. It took a while. And we have this moon registering as a contaminated moon with pretty heavy atmosphere. So let's see. So that is two moons, planet, and a moon. So that's about what's left in this system. I'm thinking let's go and see what the contaminated moon has in store for us first. Okay, the surface is a little unusual. It looks like the clouds are actually very high up, and there's some sort of high energy element also saturating the atmosphere here, and we have... Oh my goodness. Is this part of natural flora, or is this some sort of infestation? Let's settle down. Prepare for planetary analysis. Okay, that's... I accept these terms right here with the planet in the background. There's something magical about that first contact, right? Okay, so we have, yeah, some unusual plant life. Ancient, circular, feeds off of sunlight as a nutrient source. That's not unusual. What is unusual is how that's seemingly the only flora that we see. Oh, here we go. We've got some fauna. Transcendent, eats dihydrogen crystals. Alright, oh, we have a... Yes, we do have a radioactive storm settling. The weather here is located... radioactive dust storm. So it should just be blowing dust. It shouldn't be anything too out of control. I think we can safely say that we want this sort of a picture here before it gets really bad. So even though these plants are different species, concentrated heat recycling, they definitely share some sort of genetic ancestry, perhaps? See, this is more of a flora species we've seen before. Flaky coating. And look at these. Look at these. These are maybe similar? Maybe not. Coalescence with high density. Gas bubbles from a polyp colony. Similar yet different. We're still kind of being followed by these dihydrogen crystal-eating moths. So again, we're seeing this sort of... Whoa! hold on. Look at this one. It's biologically active. It's like cracked open. Okay, a lot of interesting minerals and flora on this planet. Metamorphic, unnaturally sculpted, that rock said. Look, we have a secondary subspecies of moth. Or butterfly. Instinctive, eats small trees. Not a lot of those here. But look at this. This mineral is responsible for some form of energy being displaced here. Biologically active. So there's maybe something living in the mineral that's feeding off of the radioactivity. It's very interesting. It would have had to have had existed for a long time to put this much radiation into the atmosphere that we would eventually get blowing radioactive dust storms. Okay, it's very benign storm though. Look, here we have more. We have more. These are also kind of putting out this sort of radioactive dust. And whatever it is, it's this high energy particle is definitely feeding these toxic hazard plants here. That plant's just using photosynthesis. So far we've only seen small insects. Let's look at the fauna scanner. 2 out of 2. So that's all there is on this moon. Are the 2 species of insect swarms. Which is interesting because it's not the most extreme planet or moon we've found. Ammonia groundwater. I don't think it's unfair to classify a moon as a planet if it has some sort of ecosystem, but I understand the definition of a satellite versus a planet, so we'll try to stick with moon or satellite as much as possible, but I make no promises. So when you're walking around the surface of a moon and it feels large, it's very easy to forget that that's where you are. I think that says something. We're sort of predisposed to feel like something you walk on is a planet because generally we don't walk on the moon. There is something about these. There's something about these. Do we want to catch both of them? I don't think that's our image, honestly. I think we're better off doing something like this, like we generally do, and then maybe yeah, something to just tone down the saturation. No, maybe not. Okay, let's get the Pilgrim. See if there's anything worth scanning here. There's bound to be. There's just nothing. This is a fully uncharted system, so of course there's not going to be any sort of life sophisticated enough to build structures. Look at those rings. That's the other planet with the moon. Is that the other moon? No, that's the other planet, right? Is it? I don't know. I think it's safe to say that maybe we want to look for a cave. Yeah, there's not going to be anything here. Structure-wise. Structure-wise. We've already seen a lot. Interesting flora and fauna, but let's see if we can find a cave. This planet might not have well-developed cave systems. But I gotta say, just for a radioactive planet, this planet feels very different than other radioactive planets. You know, I really have to admit that in the past, it was very easy to want to fly over radioactive and even toxic planets to a degree, because they would just always feel so similar. And I almost want to say hot and cold planets were quickly ending up in that category. And now I'm just like, you never know. I think the biologically active mineral spewing some sort of energy out of it, I think this is a tremendous find here. Like, this is just amazing. It makes me wish these little ones kind of had the same sort of effect, but I'm pretty happy with this discovery. I think that we're ready to maybe check out the other moon, I dare say. So let's go ahead. We'll call our ship, and let's name this moon. Thinking bioenergy, because the rocks are biologically active and they're obviously putting some sort of high energy into the atmosphere. Just in time for the sunset, I see. And I think that's a perfect shot right there of the moon, the planet. Yeah, look at that. I go back and forth on these filters where sometimes I'm like, just use the default filter. And then I'll mess with a different one and go, nope, we needed to check out other filters on that one. Whew, right through the rings. Careful. It is nice having this very fast pulse engine. Okay. Here we go. The Chardonnay moon, as it were. Look at those clouds. Is that like strong high-level winds? Every planet in this system has some kind of supersaturation going on in the atmosphere. Look at this one. Okay, relatively flat. You know what? Let's break away for a moment. And let's head over here and see maybe if we can get some terrain. Okay, still pretty darn flat. Relatively speaking, these are just little mounds of rocks. Alright, I think we need to settle down. Let's pick one. Maybe scan. We should be able to see boundary separation failures still on these planets. know what? Let's just settle. Let's put it down for a landing. Anomalous weather. Yo, yeah! Living crystal! Asymmetric, long-distance migration. I can confirm that's going to be the only creature here for this system. Wow, a floating crystal. I think we just go ahead and we get an image, maybe, of all of this. The way it sits. There's something neat about the way this planet looks. It's got like these broken panels on the ground reflecting. Yeah. This is it. This is it. That's our image right there. It almost looks like a storm crystal, doesn't it? I'm fairly certain. Okay, so this planet feels different. I can't put my finger on what makes an anomalous planet feel too similar and what makes it feel different, but I think this one, it's just the coloration. The coloration is so extreme. I mean, look at that. Look how much light this one is reflecting. And of course, the crystal fauna really helps. Let's... Do we have a signal booster? I have a theory. Because I'm fairly certain that there is going to end up being some type of structure on here in the form of a boundary failure. And I would like to locate it, please. Yep, there it is. Visual. It's at our 3 o'clock, roughly, through the orientation of the screen. You can see where it's red. Yep. And they found one over there. A distress beacon? No. This is what I'm looking for over here. Oh, the crystals. I'd almost like to see them in a large group. Yeah. Oh, done as if by order. Look. I'm sorry, but this is its own sort of image right here. No, I think we need to make the crystals the star. Even though it's not a great background, it sort of showcases what we're working with here. You know what? When in doubt, we just gotta go with the default filter here. I don't know why, but I really like those. I think that's probably one of the cooler fauna that we've located. Alright, so first we'll go in this direction until we locate our separation failure. Stop. I saw this cave. Whoa, the sun set fast. And changes everything. Now we're just this dark blue. Oh, does the crystals are still there. They're kind of bright orange. And the cave, whoa, the cave is loaded with goodies. Water transport, ferrite dust. It's a lot of minerals. And fungus. Pretty cramped cave system. Yeah, you're really spelunking if you go down in there, but I don't want to do that. The blue, though. And the yellow nebula is like trying to push through, but there's just so much like this tinted energy here. It makes the night feel especially like darkened. All right, let's continue in this direction for a little bit. If we see some worth picking up, whoa! We dropped a Pilgrim down in a pit. Oh no, let us out. Okay. I was gonna say, if we see some of these, we're gonna go ahead and grab them. I don't know how many we need to get ourselves a full stack. It looks like 7. I'm sure there's probably a case to be made for getting more than a stack. But I think really when it comes down to it, you can always come back and find these when you need them. Where is our beacon is telling us that it's that way, so we need to keep heading this way to the boundary separation failure. Should be in this direction. Yeah, look, it's a whole family of them. Oh my gosh. Is it more impressive at night? I don't know. I can't decide. I can't stop documenting the species. Okay. I think we need to scan some of these larger structures here. Oof. Scan some of these minerals. Nutrient rich, made from animal deposits. Oh, they leave these behind. What is their nutrient source again? Absorbed nutrients. Boy, that's kind of... They live off of absorbed nutrients. You don't say. They absorb nutrients into their system and that's what they live off of? Tell me more. I'm enthralled by this unusual action. Okay. Pushing in this direction, we should be able to maybe get a better scan. Okay, let's go up a minute and then stop and look down. I saw one of these when we did our thing. I saw a separation failure. I think we're going to keep looking. Okay, that distress beacon is a little bit away, so I think we're just going to pulse jump around to it, save ourselves a little bit of time. Or actually, we don't even need to pulse jump to it. We're pretty much here. End up back in the sunset realm, and let's see, it's just wreckage. It's just wreckage. There's nothing here. Let's see if we can get a visual on any other structure in the area. It does not look like it. I mean, you hate to see it. But that's how it goes. Whatever was here is here no longer. That's the flag. I was like, that doesn't sound like the crystals. Let's see what we get here at the distress beacon. This vessel resembles the first ship I ever flew, the one from which I awakened. It seems to belong to a fellow traveler. Yeah, maybe in another dimension. There's no ship here. I'm just gonna leave. We're not... No. Not gonna play around with anomalies in the Atlas's coding. That seems like a recipe for disaster. Let's see if we can maybe get another nearby structure. Okay. So there are none. Then perhaps I did not see a boundary separation failure from our last scan. Maybe it was just a cluster of oxygen plants near a doubled up structure. I don't know. It definitely seemed like it had something going on. I think this one is going to be... Pillars... Or no. Let's just call it... Crystallis. I think that's fair. Trying to be a little more creative with the names. A little bit. Alright, I think we have enough time to actually check out this moon. Because the moons seem to be relatively manageable, but also anomaly moons and planets seem to be relatively manageable in short order, and so I don't see a reason spending more time than is necessary. Hostile scan. You know what? I refused. Says there's no conflict level. This is gonna be a joke. You've got some pilot-induced oscillation going on there. Anyways, as I was saying... No, I don't want to make more Herox. Well, we'll process that later. Look at the coloration on this moon. Boy, this has some unique potential here. Okay, with swept clouds and some sort of lavender atmosphere hugging the surface. It sees more of these systemic floating rocks and anvil. Look at the flatness, though. It's flat and... Are these, like, bubbles? Are we seeing bubbles, too? What? Invisible Jade wins. Oh. Are you kidding me? Its bait is an ion battery? It says there's only 2 creatures on this planet. But that's one of them. So is that thing aggressive? Oh, there's another one. Oh, wow. Okay. This is quite an interesting little development here. Yo, be sure to cast your votes in the comments for what's going to make the top 10 of November. Holy moly. This is also an ion battery. Technically immortal. Submissive. Are those like solar panels on their back? Or like communication dishes? I'm so intrigued. They look... I don't know if I've just been conditioned to think that robots are hostile, but they look like menacing almost. And look at like the bubbles on this planet coupled with... Oh my goodness, I can't. I'm a little overwhelmed. I'm kind of overloading right now. I don't know what to think. I I did not expect this degree of variety and variation. Look at this. I mean, no, don't run. Can we get like a lit shot? I don't want you to be backlit necessarily. Yeah. Look at this. Filter please. Well, that chrono filter gives it a neat look, doesn't it? I don't think that's the right one though. I don't think that's the right one. Vapor? Yeah. Yeah. Let's cut out the other one so it's not so. Okay. Let's be clear. I'm going to throw out some bait of ion batteries, and we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna domesticate. Let's domesticate robots. There's an ion battery. Ooh, a piece of candy. I tamed this creature. Tug at wires. What? Chewy wires. What? This odd collection of wires pulses with a faint, almost organic energy. It seems to remember the hole from which it was parted. Process in a nutrient processor to gain edible parts. So does that mean like there's a whole field of cooking based around these? Oh, it wants to be my friend. Are you kidding me? Of course we're gonna be friends. Oh my goodness. Yo. Yeah, so friends forever. Hashtag friends forever. This is domestication goals right here. Oh my gosh. No. We gotta go to synth, maybe? That's a little bright. Can we get the shadowed side of synth? Yeah. Yeah. Show one in the background? No. We've got to get like the whole feeling that we're on a moon, it's a planet, there's other stuff going on. Oh, it runs. Yes. I can't even. This is quite an amazing moon. From how incredibly flat it is to the pink on pink, it's got this thick grass and then these robotic creatures. I can't get over these. These are a bit much. Let's feed the other kind, the other species, because who knows when we're gonna see this again. And I want to make sure that we've kind of tested this out a little bit to see what we get. This is another sort of tug at wires situation. Chewy wires. Are we gonna consider these vegan or? I think they're vegan. I don't know. I think maybe that's gonna be. I don't think they're vegan. Does synthetic life count? Let's ride the little one. Oh yeah. Oh, it's cute. It's not as cool as the other one, but there we go. Whoa. Oh, you wanna donate your wires too? Okay, I get it. Wow. This I can't. Yeah. I never know what to expect anymore. I don't take anything for granted. Every new discovery, undiscovered planet in a system has the potential to be something truly amazing. And often, you know, it ends up being more amazing than even I previously thought. You know what? I really would like to find a structure here on this planet. Let's go ahead and locate nearby structures. I'm not seeing anything around. Hopefully it's going to be... Nope, it's another distress beacon. Okay. Alright. That's fine. We might go investigate that. It's very far away, though. But we're going to pick up a few Calca shrooms maybe along the way. Listen to them walking around. I can't even with this place. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Yeah. That's the kind of ridiculousness I'm talking about right there. All right, I think we'll head to the distress beacon. The yellow nebula is kind of... It gives everything that yellow-blue appearance. That the planet... hold on. What was the name of that planet? I can't remember it now. Ah, the Electric Mountains. Yeah, it gives that deep yellow and blue feel. Reminds me of the Electric Mountains. Speaking of, we're gonna have to come up with a good name for this moon. I think we're gonna call this moon actually 01. That might be a little over the top, but if you get the reference, feel free to let me know. I get a kick out of it when people understand the references, although I'm sure you could always just look it up. But, maybe this isn't like the best one to give that name, but it's done. We're not going to overthink it. Instead, what we will do is punch on down to this distress beacon. And we see that there's no ship here. So, again, not going to sweat it too much then. I think that's where we'll go ahead and call it at this point. I do hope you've had a good time watching, because as always, I've had a good time playing. But until next time, take care.